I have to get married to you to find out if you want to be soft with me? You want me to provide, protect, and at least try?
Ladies, is your femininity negotiable? Are you feminine at all times when someone is experiencing road rage? Is your femininity consistent? Are you that with everyone? Or is it depending upon the situation or circumstance? That's what we're going to talk about today, but let's get into it. April Lee, wife coach, married for 25 years. I have 4 children, and I am the older woman teaching the younger women how to love their husbands. And today's topic, all men want to know, are you feminine at all times, sometimes, or occasionally? Is your femininity negotiable? Does a man have to wait to marry you to see that feminine side of you? Should we be this way? We should be able to answer all these questions. A woman who is feminine, that should be a part of her makeup. There's a video of a comedian, and he's talking about his stance and his view on femininity, and I think the points that he's making are very valid. So I'm going to share that with you.
Guys, you do not have to do it alone. You do not have to struggle. Reach out to me, AprilMbakop.com. I'm here as your wife coach to help you through the tough spots. Schedule your call with me. We'll take you from there.
Softness and all that feminist stuff that men love shouldn't be negotiable. It should be who you are, because when you can't give somebody more than what you can afford to have.
10 more times. It shouldn't be
your
negotiable.
femininity should not be negotiable. I should not have to do something to get you to be feminine.
It should not be
because that means that
indicative,
any time, if you want to take it back, you can.
Yeah.
The things that you require from me, I'm never able to negotiate them. You want me to feel, you want to provide, protect, and at least try.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take those things back at any time, because any time you can choose to shut down. But for me, I have to get married to you to find out if you want to be soft with me? Like, no.
Now, I can understand we have the discussions or the conversation of those are wife benefits. I'm a girlfriend. I've seen it 1,000 times when there's a video, the woman's like, the man's complaining about her not cooking, not cleaning, and she's like, those are wife benefits. I'm the girlfriend. So he's saying, should I have to get married to you to see your feminine side? Absolutely not. That is something that should be front and center. That is something that should be a part of who we are as women. That is something that everyone should experience. So I'm going to share a story with you. There was a young man who I think was a pretty good catch. He was just having a really bad day. And when I say a good catch, he was handsome, he had a nice job, he had his future ahead of him. There's just things working out for him. So, and he had some of the things that the ladies want, tall, handsome, whatever. And he was just having a really bad day. He went into this grocery store and he was looking for something, I think for his mom. She asked him to go to the grocery store and he was really just trying to find this thing and he couldn't seem to locate it in the store. When he approached one woman, she was preoccupied with her phone. She was nasty. She was like, oh yeah, it's over there somewhere. No, she just had a really bad attitude about her. So then he was like, yeah, whatever. And he tried to follow her instructions. He still couldn't find the item, but when he went into the particular aisle, there was a woman in the aisle that was also doing her grocery shopping at the time. When she noticed that the man was frustrated, he was looking in the aisle for something. She just kindly asked him, what are you looking for? And he told her whatever the item was. And then she was like, oh, I think this is it right there. Is that what you mean? And he was like, yeah, I think that's what she was looking for. And so he was just really relieved that he found what his mom needed. He can get out of the grocery store. But it just kind of struck him that this woman, she was kind enough to take her time from what she was doing to help him in whatever his endeavors was. And he just really paid attention to that. So as a result of him now having that thing that he was looking for, he started to look at this woman. Now his mind wasn't preoccupied with his goal or his focus, but this woman provided a source of relief for him, a solution for him. And so now he looked back at her and he realized that she was pretty and her smile was nice. And from that point, he asked her for her information. She was happy to share it. And from what I know, they married 6 months later. Crazy, right? And that is just something very small. You're in the grocery store, you're minding your business, and that's the epitome of what the Bible instructs us, to be found so doing. She was minding her business. She wasn't out there trying to snag a man. She wasn't at the club. She wasn't here and there. She was in the grocery store shopping for herself, what she was going to cook for the evening. And that man found her doing what she was supposed to be doing, minding her business about her life. And her femininity, her softness, her gentleness, her willingness to help, all those things spoke to that man in that moment, in his time of need, and that he was able to see more about her after he saw her character first. And as a result, this woman is looking forward to being married. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about when I say femininity is beneficial. Everyone can benefit from your feminine energy. Everyone can benefit from you being in that mindset and that space at all times. When I go places and I do things and I respond to people with kindness and I smile, it brightens their day. It makes them feel great. We have interesting conversations. I meet people everywhere I go. And as a result, people are willing to do favors for me, or they're willing to give me things that they normally wouldn't. They would be more patient, more kind. It doesn't always work that way, but it works that way most times. And I think that women, as we take on or we remember our feminine roots, we remember the softness, the kindness, the gentleness, what it attracts in a man, what it attracts in society as a whole. We would be a lot happier if we walked more consistently in that femininity and not make it negotiable, not make it sometime. And I know the problem or the issue. When you're soft or you're nice, people think that they can take advantage of you. People think that you're a pushover. People think that you're oblivious or they have negative thoughts about you. But there are ways that you can, even in your femininity, you can reject that. You can make it absolutely clear that I'm smiling, but you don't want to mess with me. You feel me? I mean, you can still be feminine. You can be in your softness, and you can tell someone with a smile, absolutely not. We're not going there. We're not going to do that. Oh no. Because if you do, you will realize there's another side to this smile, you know? So I think a lot of people have learned that about me, where they think that they can take advantage of me, take advantage of my husband, because he's nicer and I am nice as well. So they think they found someone that they can take advantage of. And they soon learn that that is the furthest from the truth. Well, that's all I have to say about that. And you learned a little bit more about me, who I am. And remember, I'm your wife coach of 25 years. I have been at this for some time, and I want to help you. If you need help or assistance, reach out to me. Go to my website, schedule a call. And that's all I have to say about that. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye now.